Well, this is episode 2 of my series of finishing all the beats that I made. Let's get into it. All right, so here we are. Gotta generate a number between 1 and 1056, excluding 802 because we got that one done. Here we go. 1009. Okay, that's gonna be something quite recent, I'd imagine. So beat number 1009 will be on this computer here. Okay, that's good for me. I don't have to look anywhere. Damn, that's kind of boring though. We got two later ones. Well, 802 is not that late, but I'm gonna go find it. Shouldn't take me too long, and yeah, we'll give it a listen and see what I think. All right, so this beat is the 57th most recent beat I did. So these are all organized by, I think they're organized by when I did them. Yeah, they are. So if we go down here, there's 14 there. There is, yeah, so it's going to be this beat here. Mo Gahan. And this is made in March of this year. 16th of March at 1:52. Okay, so here's the beat. We only got 3 things in it. Let's give it a listen. It's only 2 bars long as well. Okay, I like this. I think there's a lot of potential here. I really like the drums. I think they got kind of a natural swing to them, and I actually really like this these percussions here with the, what is it, a delay on it. Yeah, even though it's only 3 elements and it's only 6 seconds long, I think I'm gonna give it a rating of maybe a 7 or 7.5. I think it has a lot of potential to be something really cool once we finish it. We can definitely do something with this. Okay, so the first thing I did was duplicate the drums out to be 5 bars long, and then I tried to make little variations of the loop. Once I'd messed around with the drums for a while, I found this sound which I thought would be really interesting if I turned up the volume. I ended up using it as like a finisher to every 2 bars, so maybe not every 2 bars, but for the moment that's how I had it. And I had this little pitch bend as a variation of it. I then went on to take the 808 and mess around with the pitch, and I kind of looped them together to make this intro part. I also spent some time messing around with this little glitch sound we made to kind of spice up the intro a bit. I then spent some time chopping up these drums for the intro, which kind of just gave it like a subversive feeling when it actually hits. Yeah, so the last thing I had to intro was this OTT on a kick that I pitched down. I like the different texture it gave us. Then it was on to the 808s, kind of figuring out the pattern and which way I want them to sit. So the next part I added was kind of crucial to the overall beat because, as you can hear, it doesn't really have too much of a melody, but I found this sound which I really liked, and I knew I could pitch it up and down and mess with it to make a melody for the beat. So this part I made here for the intro. Yeah, then add this little riser to the intro that transitions it into the main beat. Yeah, I then spent some time pitching around that little effect I found to find some cool melody ideas that we could use for the beat. I really liked it because it sounds kind of like a horn, but in a weird kind of electronic way, I guess. Fits the beat perfectly, I think. Next, I kind of want to use those glitches I made to create a transition for the B section that I knew I wanted to make. And then I heard this sound that I kind of wanted to use for that B section. Kind of like a snare type thing. Yeah, I spent some time chopping new drums for this section, because I think with the B sections I always want to have a decent amount different. Not just one or two things, but usually like different melody, drums, at least some variation. Yeah, next was about adding different sounds in and different effects that I thought could be cool, to really give it that different atmosphere. I wanted to introduce a synth because I felt like it could make the beat kind of really atmospheric in this part, which was different to the last part, which is very dry. So yeah, I spent some time programming in just a simple kind of melody for the B section, which I ended up using like for the section after this as well. The second synth I used here was more kind of atmospheric, less notes, but spacier vibe to it. Kind of just adds that, as I said, atmosphere I was trying to create with the B section. Yeah, so this next part I kind of spent it working on the section after the B section. With that new melody introduced, kind of a different vibe, more intense, more coming at you, I suppose. So I wanted to reflect that with the drums. I decided to add the 808 and drums into the first section as well because, I don't know, I really like the grittiness of it. I added some small variations on the 808 just to keep it interesting for this section as well. I didn't want to do too much, but yeah, I just kind of wanted a few extra hits in there. I found this like really glitchy voice thing that I had, and I threw it in there because I thought it kind of really added to that atmosphere. And I also found another one that I ended up layering with it. Yeah, I think they sounded really cool together. I think I put a delay on them as well to kind of extend and kind of enhance that feeling. Yeah, for this section I wanted to add a few new sounds, try and keep it interesting, and I suppose catch your ear again. Found these really interesting chants on splice as well that I decided to use with the delay on them. I also threw these drums in on the intro. Not really drums, but just percussion things. Thought they sounded cool. And here's the last chant I added in. Kind of goes back and forth with that first one. I almost nearly finished the beat there, but then I kind of got this idea to add on to the first section, make it a bit longer with these chants, kind of going back and forth, which I thought sounded really cool. So yeah, that's kind of what I was working on here. Trying to add variations while still being kind of similar to the first part, you know. Yeah, I always try and make full use of all the sounds I have, kind of manipulating different ways, and that's kind of what I wanted to do with the chants here. Put them in different positions and different orders and stuff. I think they interjected really well with the drums. Kind of gives this kind of pausing feeling, which I just really like. I did in some final edits to the melodies in certain places, just to add even more variation. Because I felt it needed it for this kind of second half of the first part of this. When the beat kind of paused, I heard this one sound that I really wanted to capture, so I resampled the beat just to kind of get that one sound and then change it into something new. I don't know why either, but for this second hit of the loop, it's like out of key by like a semitone. I fixed it in the final version, which you'll hear at the end, but yeah, it's really annoying me now when I'm watching it back in the editing. Anyway, I also added these drums from the loop. I kind of just stretched the original loop out. Then I add the chants in there for almost like a C-section, I suppose, if you want to call it that. I then combined it with the original B section, which then brought it back around to the first part. The final thing I added then was this kind of chattering sound that I found. And yeah, that's pretty much the full beat. So here it is.